Deep in the heart of tribal India, the Sarguja district of eastern India borders the lush green forests of the Singhbhum region.
Early 80s, the ruthless clearing of vegetation made more land available for mankind's insatiable demands. Age-old jungles were ablaze. The raging fires swept through thousands of acres of prime natural forests, devouring millions of irreplaceable micro-life support systems and destroying the home of the Indian wild elephant.
Desperate for sustenance, a herd of 18 wild elephants were forced out of their natural territory in the Singhbhum region into the sterile teak plantation of Chhattisgarh, eastern India.
Bereft of diversity, these forests could not sustain a herd of 18. In their search for food, the elephants had perforce taken to breaking houses and raiding villages, regularly plundering fields and homes. The villagers faced a terrifying menace from the forests that had earlier sustained them. In a series of elephant attacks over 1 week, the village of Ganjadhar was severely affected. Frightened and helpless, villagers and their entire families had to leave their homes every evening as dusk approached. Each dwelling was evacuated as they fled into the descending darkness to spend their nights out in the open, away from the threat of an elephant raid. Often villagers would come back at dawn to see that their houses had been raided. Undigested food grain and bits of cloth left grim testimony of the conflict between man and animal. The Madhya Pradesh Forest Department had made various attempts at electric fencing and at driving the herd to less populated areas with thicker vegetation. But the efforts were futile, and the herd continued to be a problem in this region. The only sustainable solution was the capture of these elephants. A 32-member elephant capturing team arrived in Sarguja from Karnataka. The team included 2 experts on chemical capture. An experienced team of trackers, ropers and mahouts with 6 exceptionally trained Kunki elephants completed the crew. The trackers set off in pursuit of the elephant trail, leaving signs of their passage for the main team to follow. At the Lalmati operation camp, the mahouts prepare the elephants for the day's action. Meanwhile, the most critical procedure of loading the dart gun with the lethally potent immobilizing drug is handled by Dr. Kadri and Dr. Chittiappa. The elephants have been sighted. The message is relayed to camp. The team is ready to move into the jungle. The film unit squeezed in. The 3rd day of operation. The herd is sighted. The crew eager for a successful capture. All sights are on the problem tusker. Impossible to aim at from elephant back, the tusker is approached on foot. The doctor awaits a rump shot. Normally, the drug takes about 10 minutes to immobilize an elephant completely. Within this time, the elephant rushes away, and the team has to track it down again. The elephant down, the team works against time. The antidote injected. The elephant responds in a few minutes. Drugged and confused, the captured elephant strives for recovery. On its feet, the captive is slowly led back to camp by the kunkis. Although drugged and exhausted, the elephant couldn't resist charging our cameraman. In a vicious circle, both the villagers and the displaced elephants were severely threatened. Meaningless destruction of their lives and homes had urged some villagers to take potshots at the herd. The pellets injured and sometimes blinded the animals, aggravating the situation. In defense, the elephants had become even more vengeful towards man. Its capture was a tremendous relief to the villagers of the area. At the camp, a crowd of tribals await the arrival of the next capture. In a series of operations, the entire herd was captured within a couple of weeks.